Medfit Rehab founder Joanne James is a medical exercise specialist. Medfit Rehab, restoring strength and movement, making a difference in people's lives. 647-259-5481. Columbus Center, Athletic Department, Dufferin and Lawrence, medfitrehab.com. If you are suffering from a host of medical problems, diabetes, osteoporosis, neurological, cardiovascular disorders, or cancer, Joanne James, medical exercise specialist for over 25 years, can develop an exercise program that will make your post-rehab effective and inspiring. Medfit Rehab will provide a hands-on, professionally supervised conditioning program. Medfit Rehab, Columbus Center, Athletic Department, Dufferin and Lawrence, 647-259-5481, medfitrehab.com. Hi, Joanne. What a pleasure to change the subject for a moment and move into something that is less political. It's just incredible.
Great. Well, glad I can do that for you.
Okay, thanks very much. All right, so what happens when you lose weight? When you lose weight, then you lose muscle and you become saggy. How do you fix that?
Okay, you lose weight, you lose muscle. Well, unfortunately, when we are trying to manage our weight or lose body fat, I like to always say more body fat than actually weight, because weight is a combination of water weight, muscle weight, bone weight, and tissue weight. We really want to target fat loss versus weight loss. But what happens is our bodies require that we maintain our muscle mass. When we eat incorrectly, like we restrict our calories it becomes far too restrictive, we end up not feeding our muscles. We start using our muscles as a form of energy. So you end up with less muscles, and you can actually end up with more body fat. And, of course, yes, you sag, back of the arms, your thighs, things like that. So the key thing here is you've got to maintain your muscle mass so that you don't get saggy.
And how do you do that?
So one of the most important things that you can do is, one, make sure that whatever you do, you are actually doing some strength training for your program. A lot of people say, oh, I'm just going to do the cardiovascular activities. That's good enough. That burns calories. And yes, it does. But all of the studies and research shows that if you do not combine cardiovascular activity with strength training, then the effects of weight loss or fat loss is much less. So you must do both. You must also watch what you're consuming in terms of calorie intake, and make sure that you're not restricting yourself to the point where your body now turns towards your muscle in order to generate energy. And also keep in mind that your muscles also keep your metabolism up as well. So just some tips.
So you need to do both things in order to get things right. You have to lose your weight properly, but you have to exercise at the very same time. And you can't do it by yourself without a medical specialist like yourself.
Well, it's funny because what happens is you can, and which is what we do, is we try to educate you in terms of what is actually going to work best for you. What we find is most women restrict their calorie intake to the point where their bodies start working on the muscle mass. So they don't get enough protein in their diets. Even a little bit of carbs is important for the protein to be actually metabolized, etc. So what we do is we sit down after assessing you. We find out what your strengths and your weaknesses are, what your nutritional intakes are, what you like, what you don't like, and we look at what is it and how much do you want to lose, and then show you the best way to do it. So most people cannot do that on their own very well.
No, they really can't. We're totally out of time, but thank you very much for joining us, and we'll talk more tomorrow why fitness is an important part of our daily life. It is to me. I hope it is to many as well. Thank you, Joanne. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye. Joanne James, founder and medical exercise specialist of Medfit Rehab, will improve your overall health through medical exercise. Contact Joanne James, 647-259-5481, Columbus Center, Athletic Department, Dufferin and Lawrence, medfitrehab.com.